In this Google Tag Manager guide, you're going to learn how to install the Google Ads remarketing tag using Tag Manager. Hey, I'm Jason, and make sure you hit that subscribe button for the latest in traffic and conversion tutorials to grow your business online. Timestamp table of contents in the description. With that, let's go ahead and jump in. Now, when it comes to installing the Google Ads remarketing tag, it's going to apply to all of the Google Ads products, so previously known as Google Adwords. So your search ads, your display ads, your Gmail ads, and your YouTube ads all work off of the Google remarketing tag that we're about to install via Google Tag Manager. And before we jump into our Google Tag Manager account, we need to go over to our Google Ads account to get our tag ID and conversion ID. So for that, whether you're at your dashboard or you're looking at all your campaigns, you're going to click on Tools. And inside of Tools, you're going to click on Audience Manager. Now, if you're setting up your tag for the first time, you're going to see a little box here that's going to allow you to set up your tag. If you already have set up your tag or you have some audience sources already, we're going to go ahead and click on Audience Sources on the left-hand side. Once we've clicked on that, we're going to go ahead and click on the Google tag, and we're going to select the three little dots and Edit Source. Once we get to Edit Source, we're going to get to the same information that we would be looking at if we had just clicked to create the tag for the first time. We're going to collect all data from all sources because this is the remarketing tag. And then for general parameters, go ahead and check user ID. If you're in the UK and you're dealing with that GDPR stuff, you may want to look up whether or not you want to bother checking that little box. And we'll go ahead and click Save and Continue. And once we get to this page, because we're doing Google Tag Manager, we can ignore all of these site tags and event snippets and scroll down to Use Google Tag Manager, and a little pop-up will come up giving us our conversion ID. And so all we need to do is copy this guy and we'll be good to go. So we'll copy our conversion ID and we'll go ahead and click Done. And we'll click Done one more time and we'll be taken back to this page. And at this point, we are done with Google Ads. We can go over to Tag Manager and create our new tag. So we'll go ahead and click Create New Tag and we'll come up here and name it. I still use AW for AdWords because Google Ads GA is the same as Google Analytics and it just messes up our entire naming convention. Or you can do GAT, which stands for Google Ads Tag Remarketing. You're welcome, more than welcome to come up with your own names. That's just how we use it, and we're still using AW just because GA is not a good abbreviation since Google Analytics is the same abbreviation, and we already did that for all of our clients. Anyway, once you've figured out whatever you're going to name it, let's go ahead and click on Tag Configuration and select Google Ads Remarketing. So once we've selected Google Ads Remarketing, we'll just go ahead and paste our conversion ID into this little box, and we're not going to do any custom parameters. You can always come back and get fancy. Next, for the triggering, we're just going to go ahead and select all pages because this is a remarketing tag. So we want this to fire across every single page on our site. We can create our custom audiences or custom remarketing lists inside of Google Ads. We don't need to define that here inside of Tag Manager. Tag Manager, we're collecting all the data inside of our Google Ads account. That's when we'll start getting granular with the different individual pages that we want to retarget people based upon their visits. So here we have our tag type, our conversion ID, and then of course our trigger, which is all pages. We are good to go. We're going to go ahead and click Save and Finish. So once we've done that, we want to preview all of our changes. So we'll go ahead and click on Preview before we go live. Once the preview notification goes up, we'll go to our site inside of Google Chrome, because of course this is only going to work if you're inside of Google Chrome, and we'll refresh the page. Since this is a remarketing tag that's going on all of our pages, we don't need to go to a specific page on our site. So any page will do. We'll do our membership homepage here. And once we do, this little preview is going to show up in the bottom. And here we can see the Google AdWords remarketing tag has fired once, which is what we want to see. We can see the Facebook pixel and the Google Analytics tag has also fired, two things that are firing across every page on this site as well. And now that we've verified it's working correctly, we're good to go publishing the changes. So we'll come over here. We're going to go ahead and leave preview mode. and we'll click OK, and then we'll click Submit to make the changes live. So we'll go ahead and give our update a name. I like naming it whatever tag or trigger I just installed. And then the version description is to just give the information of what was changed. And if there's an individual, tracking ID or trigger URL, I'd go ahead and paste that in here, just so it's really easy to document and you don't ever have to remember what you changed with a version, just in case something goes wrong in the future. So we'll go ahead and publish that. We'll get our little summary here of everything that was done. And as a final check, just because we want to be OCD, we're going to go back to our site, refresh the page. That bottom preview section for Google Tag Manager is going to disappear, and we'll click on Tag Assistant to make sure that we can see the AdWords remarketing tag is fired correctly. And you'll also notice the number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because I just kind of made it up for this particular course. Those numbers should always correlate to the numbers that you plugged in into Google Tag Manager. You do want to make sure that those numbers are the same, just in case there's another piece of code on your site for some reason. And with that, your setup and installation of the Google Ads remarketing tag via Google Tag Manager is complete. Thank you so much for watching. If you got some value out of this video, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe for more in-depth marketing tutorials just like this one. And until the next, keep building the business you love.